Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be driving over to Fins and Things. On the way to Fins and Things there is Baby Lion's Back. It's a quick little offshoot obstacle. Up a hill, down a hill, through a parking lot, normal stuff. So we had a few microphone issues on this one. It kept clipping really badly. I'm not really sure why yet. I did catch it after this day and make sure that I disconnected it and went back to the GoPro microphone after this. So on this particular video you're gonna unfortunately have a lot of me voiceovering and probably commenting through little pop-ups, but it is what it is. So right there we have Tim going up, then we have Steve going up, then Jeff, and then I'll be following up in the back, and then we'll get back on the road and head off to our next portion of this. So follow along, and hope you guys enjoy the video. Thanks again for watching. So we're going to be four-wheel drive, low, second gear. So that's the baby's line back. It wasn't really as steep as I thought it would be. I guess we could have come down right there. Didn't walk it ahead of time. That would have been a little more interesting. I'm just gonna go. I think we're headed over to Fins and Things. You ready?
Let's go.
Yeah, buddy.
Flip rock because the wagons have so much trouble crossing on it with their steel wheels. Didn't know that.
back this way. Okay, hold on a sec. Let me go down.
Yes, you see the difference here. Turn passenger, Tim. Passenger. More.
Straighten out.
There you go.
Get up, Tim.
Nice and easy. Now we got Kim driving Steve's Jeep.
Catch me if I fall. I'm falling fast, sitting here praying that this night's gonna last. You got it all on tap, I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like
Straight, nice and slow. That's the real thing.
Back to my motor.
Go ahead and go straight, right towards this. Now you can just straighten it out. And then it's just really slow, and you'll just come down right nice and easy, because you do get traction.
So is she on the brake? Yeah, she's on the brake.
Manual is different than theirs.
No, it's still on. It just goes off again.
just did Fins and Things. Now we're headed off to Hell's Revenge. Probably go up Hell's Gate again, and I want to hit the escalator. So got Tim over there, he's ready to go. Steve, Kim, Jeff. We're going to be rolling out.
I'll take the left, Jeff. Sure.
Got them in second gear and low.
pins getting off camber.
Yeah.
So they're both not grabbing. So as you get high, you're losing all traction on the left side.
I went, put your front lock, and he's like, I don't have one. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
That would help, right? Because it's not gripping. It's just not, the front's not catching. It's alright, next year.
Yeah.
Next year with the ginormous tires. He's going the hard route.
Okay, turn a tiny bit past the tip. Follow that. Follow that. Start turning driver.
Not gonna make it.
Oh, you're left. Yeah.
Guys,
How
belly
those
band.
guys go?
What's that?
How those guys go behind me on the train?
You're so fucking close.
I know.
Like 6 inches
What if you put
away
a
from
rock
the
underneath this one? Can you put a rock under his tire?
Yeah, your back wires are off like 4 inches below this. Try and turn a little bit faster.
It's just spinning. Yeah.
Yeah, you can knock that. Turn driver. Turn driver. Harder. Right there, nice and slow. You're on the perfect line.
Nice job, Tim.
Damn. I'll make it out.
Fucking show off.
Thanks.
You guys got it. You guys good? Yeah. Okay. was scary. That's a good way to go.
Alright guys, so I muted this one out because the clipping from the wind blowing against the microphone was really bad. This here is Hell's Gate, and we're going up it again. There was a rollover in front of, right in front of the truck. You can see a little off-color dirt. There's a guy that rolled over in the canal and had to get winched up it. They are eagerly watching for me to flip over at this point. They weren't set up for the rocks. Their trucks looked like they were more set up for mud, so they were a lot taller, which is not an advantage out here. So you can see Steve in his famous spotter pose. He's rocking the Fab Rats jersey there. Right here, I fell off my line just a little bit. Luckily, I was far enough up that it didn't hinder anything, but I try to stay on that wall for a little longer. I've convinced the wife to ride up it with me, so she's in the passenger seat there. It was her first time ever going up it. The guys that rolled are the ones, the red, gray, and cream color shirt there. So we got up the hill with relatively uneventful, and now we're gonna watch the rest of the guys go up and move on.
Driver, Steve, to get out of the oil. Right there, you're out of it. You can turn passenger if you'd like. You're in the oil. Keep going, that's your line. That's your line, go ahead. Passenger, passenger, passenger. There you go. Driver, passenger.
Alright, so we got more of that fantastic wind noise here blocking out all the audio. So here comes Jeff. He's lined up really well. He's starts off strong here, and instead of getting all the way up on the wall, kind of turned down a little too quickly. You can see it happen right there. So the back tire wasn't up on it. It lifted. That really got us all going a little bit here. So you see me going down there, Steve going down there, and told Jeff just not to move, because if he tries accelerating from that point there, he's going to do nothing but lift. So all we can do is get his back tire back up on the wall behind him and hopefully get his right side high enough that we can start climbing again. So you're going to see us here. We're going to have him turn passenger as hard as he can, and then he's going to back up, just kind of let it do its thing, back up onto the wall, and then we're going to turn driver, kick back into it, and then slowly try to accelerate and see what will happen there. Now, Jeff's a 5-speed manual, and he doesn't have any kind of reduction boxes. He does have gears in it. I don't remember what the ratio he's running is, but starting off on this hill at that angle in a manual transmission is not very exciting, to say the least. So his technique was to pull the emergency brake as hard as he possibly could, trying to take it out of the floor almost, and he uses that till the clutch starts grabbing to kind of stop it from doing any kind of jumping or front climbing. And you'll see later on, he did this with a broken control arm that we had no idea about. The whole trail, the lower control arm's about ready to rip out of the socket on the axle itself. So here he is. We got him lined back up to about the best we can. We're gonna try this once, and if it doesn't work, then we are gonna hook up the winch line, because this isn't where he wants to have that happen. So you can see he climbed, and then he hit the clutch when he should have, but he ended up making it out of that. And then the camera person here was a little stunned on what was going on, kind of lost focus of the Jeep there, but he got out of there a little bit shaky, So after seeing what happened to Jeff, Tim wasn't super sure he wanted to do it, but we talked him into it. Having the longer wheelbase is a huge advantage on this trail. He's pretty much able to walk up this thing. He has absolutely no regret about running this trail, and he was pretty excited that he actually was convinced to do it. So he picked the right trail there. You got Steve walking him through it. Steve's a little off his game. He's not in his normal spot or pose, but he's able to get Tim up this thing with no problem. Got a little bit of difficulty there because he doesn't have lockers, where the rest of us were 100% locked in front. Well, I don't have front, but we were all locked in going up the whole thing. But here he is hitting the top. Pretty excited that he did it. And now we're off to the next one. Alright guys, so at this point the decision was made. I think it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we were staying at the Sage, so they got a real nice pool. We decided to go back. Now, on the way there, I took the harder line, and on the way back, I just wanted to get back, so I decided to take the easy line, and boop, truck gets hung up. I tried accelerating. Little did I know I wasn't in four-wheel drive, nor was I in locker, but I got hung up on it, and then when I tried to start the truck up again, I could feel the engine vibrating. So my wife walked over to see if I was on the engine in any way. Now I am plated from front to behind the transfer case, so there's really not a lot of damage I can do. So what I ended up doing here is I stuck a little rock underneath the front left wheel and was able to climb up onto it and drive off of it. So I managed to shove it back into four-wheel drive and lock the rear diff on this thing. You'll see here in just a second, maybe. I'm trying. There we go. I got free. So I'm going to continue on, just letting the group know, hey, I'm no longer a turtle. Headed on my way. Somehow I didn't crush the side panels on this thing, almost the whole adventure. But now that we're down from this, it's time to head back to the main entrance and get into that pool and enjoy some of that nice cool water. There's a couple more little boulders right here. Nothing big. Although when you're on 31-inch tires, everything's pretty big. There we go. Alright, so this is right before you get to the parking lot. After this, it's the main entrance. I don't know what they call it, but it's the part that you climb up when you first come in. And on the way out, the way in, I'm sorry, I saw a Hummer tour take the bonus line that Steve's going up right now, and had to enjoy that little line. Now, obviously, it's a lot steeper and a lot rockier and a lot rougher in person than it is on film. So this is going to look like a walk in the park here, but this is actually a pretty decent little rock section. But we did manage to walk right up it without any problem. And I thought, being in the sand, not having the front locker to pull me up onto that rock, I thought it was going to be a little more difficult than it was. But there's really nothing to it, and we just scooted right up it. So they also reopened another part of the trail, which is right off to the right hand side. So directly in front of us there, you can see the main hump, and that's where you would come in. That's a one-way. Just off to the right of it, there's a road that they opened back up. Something to do with what was it? It was something to do with the environmental rehabilitation or something like that, moss or something, I don't know. But anyways, it's open now, and here we go. We're gonna try that out for the first time. Now, none of us had ever been on that portion of it, and when you get about halfway up it, you're gonna see here in a minute, it gets a little sketchy, especially if you didn't walk it ahead of time. We were just getting in and driving, so here's not bad at all. You think you're just gonna come right out of it, and about where Steve is gonna crest this thing, we all take a pause to see what's on the other side. Is his Jeep gonna just disappear, or is it gonna drive away? And you can see him right there. There he goes. He's getting ready to stop, slowing down, doesn't know what's happening there. And then his camera in the front of his vehicle, he's got one underneath to see what's coming up in front of him. It wasn't working, so they're trying to peek and kind of just creep and see what's going on here. Well, we're all sitting back to see, is Steve gonna fall off the side, or is this gonna be cool? And he ends up managing to creep around it, as we kind of expected. But we were hugging the wall on the left-hand side because we didn't know what was on the right. This has two pretty good drops as you're coming out of it. You're gonna see he just did one of them, and then at the very bottom of this thing, it like plows into the ground. Somehow the Tacoma did not scrape, and I really thought it would, but you can see some carnage on the rock right there from where people have scraped the living crap out of it. Yeah, the footage, guys, it just sucks. It doesn't show you anything. But that was our trip, and you're gonna watch Jeff go down it now. Sort of. I pull ahead to make sure they had room to throttle out if they wanted to, but yeah, we all made it out off the trail safely. There they are. We picked up an extra razor out there. The guy didn't know where he was or how to get out, and told him we were headed out, so he just followed us out. And there we are. The gang's all there, and just about back into the parking lot here. You can see the main entry gate in the left-hand side of the video.
Alright guys, so that finishes up today. We're driving back to the Airbnb to go swimming and have a couple cervezas. We did Fins and Things in Hell's Gate today. Didn't do all of Hell's Gate, but we've done Hell's Gate before. We did the parts we wanted to. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed Jeff's gnarly wheelie that he had. We'll be doing the trifecta tomorrow, which is 3 different trails put together. It's an all-day trail. So that should be pretty cool to watch. But again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a great day.